Hello and welcome to another edition of the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show. I'm the voice of the Patriots, Richard Todd, here with Athletic Director and Head Varsity Football Coach Steve LaPrade as the Fort Dorchester Patriots go on the road at Myrtle Beach. Going to have their hands full, but Coach, before we talk about the game and the action, you had your hands full the last couple of weeks with COVID protocols. You were out on quarantine. You get back, but you have a major electrical equipment malfunction that kept you out of school until Thursday, the day before the Myrtle Beach game. Now, you were able to practice and stuff, but you still had electrical issues here on the campus. And meanwhile, you had massive weather problems, 2 to 6 inches of rain. So you're still fighting through a number of obstacles to overcome right in the middle of the season.
It's been tough, you know, and I take my hat off to the coaching staff, the administration here at school, and the kids. I mean, our players. It's you know, usually when it rains sideways or whatever, we go in the gymnasium, and we can't get a lot done, but we can get stuff done. We have no lights. You know, so, I mean, you know, from the laundry, we had nowhere to do the laundry. You know, we had to take the laundry every day. You know, it's just no internet, no lights in the coach's office, no lights in my office. It's just been ridiculous. And like I said, it's rained. You know, of course, our school's built on wetlands anyway, so, you know, it's rained all the time. And it's been very demanding, very, very tough on everybody here. And so I take my hat off to you know, our players once again and our coaching staff. We've done a lot of things different than we've never done before, but you know, we're hanging in there.
Well, a lot of challenges to overcome, but the skies cleared, the power came back to Fort Dorchester, and the Patriots went on the road at Myrtle Beach for their toughest matchup of the year, and we're going to get right into it with first quarter action coming up as the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show continues next.
Okay, offensive player of the week is Demetrius McKelvey. Demetrius, number 13, wide receiver. He's 6'6", about 230. He's been a great player for us for really 4 or 5 years. He's really came, I think, into his own this year as a wide receiver. He started out as a quarterback, and he is our backup quarterback now. But you know, Demetrius had 5 catches, big-time catches in the game Friday night. Did a great job. He's really getting to be one of our go-to guys, you know, with him and Joyner and Trey Ryan and Boots and Preza and Omar, you know, Marion. We really got some good receivers that Zoltan can kind of get the ball to. But Demetrius, you did a great job in our victory over Myrtle Beach, and you're our offensive player of the game against Myrtle Beach.
If arthritis, torn tendons, twists, or strains threaten to stand in your way, don't delay. Trust the orthopedic experts at Roper St. Francis Healthcare. We offer same-day appointments, online scheduling, and more than a dozen close-to-home locations.
Hey girl, what's your name?
Tammy.
You come here often?
Every 3,000 miles.
Can I buy you a can of oil?
Well, with a grill like that, you can buy me whatever you want.
I like it. Want to get out of here and go burn some rubber?
Import Service Center is a full-service maintenance and auto repair facility for the best vehicle services at affordable prices. Come by Import Service Center right in the heart of North Charleston and Somerville.
Welcome back to the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show. The Patriots on the road at Myrtle Beach, and let's go right to the action because the action started out with the Patriots winning. I know you'd love to defer the toss and get the ball for the second half. Myrtle Beach gets the ball, and they march down the field to take a 7-0 lead.
They did. They came out, gave us some kind of, we call it polecat, gave us some weird looks we weren't kind of ready for and caught us on our heels, which was good coaching on their part. You know, they're a very good team. You know, they haven't lost at Myrtle Beach High School since 2000.
They hadn't lost a home game in 6 years.
Yes. And, you know, so they're tough. You know, they're quarterbacks. I'm sure, you know, we're not having a Shrine Bowl this year. They're going to acknowledge, but they're not really going to physically have a Shrine Bowl. I can assure you their quarterback's going to be the Shrine Bowl quarterback, and I can assure you their wide receiver will be the #1 receiver in the Shrine Bowl. So we knew coming in, they got a lot of other good players too, but we knew, Doty's little brother, the quarterback South Carolina, is a receiver with them. He's a good ball player. They've got a lot of guys go to Division I from Myrtle Beach High School, so we knew we were going to have our hands full. I kind of thought it would probably come down to whoever had the ball last. So, they came out and gave us some looks and got up on us. Went down there and scored and stopped us a couple times and scored again. And, so we did come back and get a touchdown in there and cut it 14-7. Weren't playing very good. Kind of had another kind of miscue on our punt team again. So, I talked to Chase a little bit about it. He's a very good punter. I think he kicked 2 or 3 punts over 50 yards, but he also shanked the first one about 2 yards. So we gotta clean up some things. We got a lot of room for improvement, but I was really proud of the way we kind of fought back there in the first quarter.
That was, the reason why you scheduled a team like Myrtle Beach is to test your mettle against a team like that, and falling behind 14-0, but then coming back to make it 14-7. And I noticed also there was a discrepancy on the sideline between your offensive play calling and the contraption that you used to do that, and then some protesting by the officials. What can you talk about that with your offense?
I've got a call in. I'll get a decision. I don't want to get with the high school league over the weekend. They want to enjoy their weekend too. So we'll talk about it Monday morning. And, we have just, it doesn't have an impact on the game, a disadvantage or advantage. Most people on the sideline use flip cards.
You used to use the big board last year with different squares.
It's all a communication that you have with your players. So you can do it any way you want. But obviously we saw some teams, some high school teams, some college teams that have a display. It's kind of if you go in the DMV and you look up and your number comes up when it's your turn to get waited on. That's all it is.
Okay.
It's just on a pole. So it's our way of communicating with our kids what the play's going to be.
It's perfectly
as far as I know, it is. I'll find out more tomorrow. I've read the book. All high schools go under National Federation rules, and then each state can do an amendment to any rule in there, but we don't have one in South Carolina, so I don't know what the problem may be. I don't feel like we're in an advantage by having it. Any school could have it. You can write on a board and show it. You can flip cards and show it, or you can do digitally, whatever, or use big cards, and we just went to this digital system because we could do it, and all of a sudden they come over and tell us it can't be on the sideline, so we moved it back, said you couldn't have any devices on the sideline. Well, all schools have televisions and everything, so we moved ours back, and a lot of schools have iPads right on the sideline. The rule is you can't take it past the 8-yard mark, which is where the numbers are on a football field, which we never take this device anywhere close to the field, so we moved everything back. And they came over and said, nope, can't have it at all. And I said, well, it's not a rule, da-da-da-da. And he said, well, you're not going to use it here tonight. So luckily our JV and B team staffs, they do a lot of stuff pregame, and luckily they had brought our flip card also. It would have been a tough night for us, because that is our way that we communicate with our team out there on offense. So we made it through. Like I said, somebody asked me the other day, I think I was coming home to the radio station, and I said, well, we hadn't had a tsunami. We haven't had an earthquake or anything yet. I know hurricane season still got some time. It's been crazy. That's all I can say. It's been the craziest blame year I've ever seen in my life. But, the resilience of our guys and our coaching staff, I don't even know if you understand what I'm saying. At one point, we didn't even have a way to communicate what play we were going to run. Okay, we were going to have to change everything we do and huddle up like the old days. I don't think it's illegal. Like I said, I'll find out tomorrow. I'm definitely going to get some clarification on it. So we'll see.
Well, let's just say more to come on that subject, but there was a challenge for Fort Dorchester, and it was a hostile environment at Myrtle Beach, and Myrtle Beach led the Patriots 14-7 at the end of the first quarter, and we'll dive into the second quarter as your Patriots are on the road here on the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show next.
Okay, defensive player of the game against Myrtle Beach. He's a junior linebacker, number 21, Aaron Lawrence. Aaron moved up in JV last year. Wow, man, what a year. He's getting better and better every single game. We got really, really high hopes for him. He can just continue to improve. Coach White's doing a great job with him. He had a bunch of tackles the other night, really in some key situations. He just got to just keep improving. He's really going to be a stud, or really is a stud already. So Aaron Lawrence, number 21, you're my defensive player of the game against Myrtle Beach.
If arthritis, torn tendons, twists, or strains threaten to stand in your way, don't delay. Trust the orthopedic experts at Roper St. Francis Healthcare. We offer same-day appointments, online scheduling, and more than a dozen close-to-home locations.
Hey girl, what's your name?
Tammy.
You come here often?
Every 3,000 miles.
Can I buy you a can of oil?
Well, with a grill like that, you can buy me whatever you want.
I like it. Want to get out of here and go burn some rubber?
Import Service Center is a full-service maintenance and auto repair facility. For the best vehicle services at affordable prices, come by Import Service Center right in the heart of North Charleston and Somerville.
Welcome back to the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show. The Patriots on the road at Myrtle Beach, and Myrtle Beach with a 14-7 lead as the second quarter of action starts. And the second quarter saw Myrtle Beach jump out to a 21-7 lead. Let's talk defensively first. You had some great games from Malik Horlbeck and Aaron Lawrence, but they were able to move the ball fairly efficiently there in the first half. But the defense did well, but still down 2 touchdowns there at the beginning of the second quarter.
Well, like I said, they caught us on our heels, and then there's the number 8 for Myrtle Beach. It's a commit to Clemson. I mean, he is the real deal. I mean, he's the real deal. And it's tough because you have to double him. There's no way you can single cover.
But you're going against a big-time college prospect right there.
And even with 2 on him, I mean, he's got a chance. He's tall, he's strong. And you go, well, double him, you ought to be able to have. Yeah, but he can just turn around. They can throw him the ball, and it's hard to get him on the ground. So, and it's not like they don't have, like I said, Doty's little brother. He's a great player. Their running back was good. Their quarterback. Listen, all the games you've seen so far that, really that's it. I don't want to act like we're bad people, but we're very physical on defense. And we've really, every quarterback we played against has had a hard time finishing the game. They have.
Yes.
Okay. And we were all over this guy, too. But the difference when the Burger kid, he can run. He made plays all night long with his legs. I mean, normally where we've been getting sacks, we didn't get them because of him. I mean, he played an unbelievable game, really as good a game as I've ever seen anybody play at quarterback. He was really phenomenal.
And that's the reason, again, why you scheduled Myrtle Beach to go up against that caliber of competition. How would you describe the offense and some of the struggles they had in the first half?
Well, I mean, we came out, we didn't do real well. And, I talked about that with the team today, and but we got going. We were just, they had a good defensive plan up it kind of hurt us a little bit in zone, and until we were trying to struggle really to get to half and make adjustments, which we did. The adjustments we made at halftime, offensively and defensively, was amazing.
Well, and I want to ask you about that going into the third quarter, but struggles also. I mean, there's one thing you talk about the officials and refereeing and stuff like that, but let's just say that you were fairly animated on the sidelines in the game because there were some challenges in a hostile environment and losing, and then just some words with the official.
Yeah, well, I'm always louder than I need to be. Always have been. I'm very, very passionate about what I do, but the thing that really most people I think most officials over the years know it's not a personal thing with me, with them. I'm very passionate about what I'm doing, and my team to me is like my family. These guys are like my children. They're my kids, and I just, and things are going so fast. A lot of times what you think happens on a Friday night till you watch the film, it may be different, So, there's some very questionable things that happen, but, we knew that. Anytime you go on the road, like I said, they haven't lost a game there for a reason. They're a very, very good program, probably one winning percentage, probably one of the better ones in the state of South Carolina and the nation. They've done a good job. They got great athletes. They love football. They got great crowds, great facilities. So we knew, and like you said, Richard, that's why I scheduled the game. We've had Carolina Forest, which has been in the semis 3 of the last 4 years. We were going to scrimmage Sumter. That got canceled. They were in the semis last year. We played Dorman, who's been in the finals in 5A probably more than anybody. Then we got Myrtle Beach, who's ranked number 2 and even has some first place votes to be ranked number 1. So, you say, they're 4A. Yeah, they're 4A. They probably got 400 kids less than we got. But it's okay, but they're good, You only got to put 11 out there. If you got 1,800 to pick from, you ought to be able to find 11, but we are a bigger school, and there's a reason behind that. And, we went in there and we knew it was going to be tough. I I talked to my son, and we really felt like going in, probably whoever had the ball last was going to win.
Well, it was 21-7, and you guys were marching near the end of the first half and having those challenges with the officials and clock management. Not by the Patriots, but by the officials, and it ended up, instead of having a shot at a touchdown, you get a field goal before the half to make it 21-10.
Well, we had a shot, but it was a little something I didn't understand why they started the clock, but it is what it is. Like I said, when you're on the road, those things are going to happen to you. They're not going to help you, for God's sakes, so it was okay. But, I was happy to get 3 on the board. We didn't really play great. Myrtle Beach had something to do with that, but we really didn't play our game and what we do. So, we went in 21-10. I kind of let them calm down. We're maturing. They've learned what to do at halftime, get their stuff straight. Our coaching staff's very mature and adjustment-minded. They get together and kind of get a decent plan. The good thing probably about this team, I'm not going to sit here and say this is the most talented team I've ever had. We do have a lot of talent. I'm not saying they're the most, but this team, they like to compete. Okay, they make mistakes, but they like to compete. But the number one thing they do is they trust us. And they know we know what we're talking about. And so what we tell them at halftime, they do. Well, and so far, knock on wood, it's worked.
And that was going to be put to the test with the Patriots on the road, trailing 21-10 against a good Myrtle Beach team. What happens in the second half? Stand by. Third quarter highlights coming up as the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show continues next.
All right, my coach of the week against Myrtle Beach. What a great job my coaching staff did. Very, very proud of them, as I always am. Win or lose, they do a great job. But this guy, good friend of mine, he's been with me now. We coached a long time together back over there on the other side of town, but he's over here with me now, and I'm sure glad he's here. Kenny Walker, he coaches my defensive ends. Obviously, our defensive ends do a great job. Had sacks again this week at big times. But Kenny's a native of Pennsylvania. We got him down here, made him a Southerner. But what a great job he does. He kind of takes care of my special teams, and he's a defensive end coach. I'm glad to have him aboard. He's an integral part of our program and our coaching staff. So, Kenny Walker, you're my coach of the week against Myrtle Beach.
If arthritis, torn tendons, twists, or strains threaten to stand in your way, don't delay. Trust the orthopedic experts at Roper St. Francis Healthcare. We offer same-day appointments, online scheduling, and more than a dozen close-to-home locations.
Hey girl, what's your name?
Tammy.
You come here often?
Every 3,000 miles.
Can I buy you a can of oil?
Well, with a grill like that, you can buy me whatever you want.
I like it. Want to get out of here and go burn some rubber?
Import Service Center is a full-service maintenance and auto repair facility. For the best vehicle services at affordable prices, come by Import Service Center right in the heart of North Charleston and Somerville.
Welcome back to the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show. The Patriots on the road at a tough Myrtle Beach team and trailing 21-10 as the third quarter starts. And Coach, this is a position you don't find yourself in very often, not this season for sure. What's the message to the team down 11 at halftime coming out for the third quarter?
Well, we made some adjustments. We're a physical team anyway. And I mean physical. A lot of people, when they hear you say physical, they think you're dirty. No, we're not dirty. We're physical.
Slobber knockers.
Yeah. We're physical. And we were really being controlled with our physicality. But some of the stuff that was going on, they wouldn't let us do what we normally do. So, it was tough, but we came out and we played big boy 5A football. We did. We came out and we just ran it right at them, and they couldn't stop us.
You had two impressive drives and a takeaway, which is another Patriot staple. Zoltan would be 15 for 30 for 175 yards, and Michael Small, 17 rushes, 145 yards.
Right.
So you guys were moving the ball down the field with the adjustments at halftime.
We did, and once again, and every team goes through this, but once again, we had two drives. One drive got stopped on the 5. There, right toward the end of the game, we were on the 10-yard line trying to eat the clock. We could have kicked field goals, both of those. But it was really weird. Like one of our offensive linemen got a nosebleed. Okay, he's got a little blood on his jersey. So they kick him out. So we put a backup in, run a play, boom, touchdown. One guy. We missed one guy, and unfortunately, it was our backup that went in there and missed the block on that. Then, Smalls gets a cramp. We're going down the field, boom, 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 boom. Smalls gets a cramp, and I'm saying every team has to deal with this. But everything that happened was like the most missed opportune time. I guess that's why I enjoyed winning this game so much, because oh my goodness, everything we did, it was just overcoming
adversity. On and off the field.
Again and again and again and again. And that's the difference in this team. This one's different. We've always been very talented, but these guys, they stay to what you tell them to do, and they do it tough and they do it hard. They're competitors now. These guys compete.
And on the flip side, with the offense having two impressive drives in the third quarter, the defense really shutting down the offense for Myrtle Beach. I mean, stepping up more so than they did in the first half. Again, halftime adjustments.
Made some adjustments and they did good. I mean, we really shut them out. I don't know. I don't think they probably right till that last drive. They probably didn't have 50 yards total offense second half. I mean, we absolutely just ate them up. And and like I said, we just kind of came out and played big boy football and got after it. And officials kind of eased up a little bit and let us do what we do, and got a little physical, and we did a good job.
It was on the road in a hostile environment at Myrtle Beach, down 21-10, 2 touchdowns, a takeaway. It was 24-21 for Dorchester as we move into the fourth quarter in a very competitive match, and we're going to talk about that and preview as we start region action coming up as the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show continues next.
If arthritis, torn tendons, twists, or strains threaten to stand in your way, don't delay. Trust the orthopedic experts at Roper St. Francis Healthcare. We offer same-day appointments, online scheduling, and more than a dozen close-to-home locations.
Hey girl, what's your name?
Tammy.
You come here often?
Every 3,000 miles.
Can I buy you a can of oil?
Well, with a grill like that, you can buy me whatever you want.
I like it. Want to get out of here and go burn some rubber?
Import Service Center is a full-service maintenance and auto repair facility. For the best vehicle services at affordable prices, come by Import Service Center right in the heart of North Charleston and Somerville.
Welcome back to the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show. The Patriots lead 24-21 on the road at Myrtle Beach, a tough caliber competition, hostile environment. Patriots rallying in the third quarter to take the lead. As we go into the fourth quarter, I mean, this is anybody's game in the fourth quarter, but to go down and to continue to have that, some really good offensive play. The line, I look at Davion Joyner had a touchdown, 4 receptions. McKelvey with 5 receptions for 63 yards. And then the offensive line moving the ball with the running backs. You also had Zoltan with a couple of touchdown runs. I know you had to be happy with the offensive stepping up after a tough first half.
I was, and the defense. You know, you got to think now there's a team that stuck 21 points on us in first half, and if they had 50 yards offense second half, I'll be surprised.
And that's so impressive.
That's very impressive. You know, and that's like I said now, you're not going to see a better quarterback, and we will not see a better receiver. I know there's some really good receivers across the state of South Carolina. You know, I know Dutch Fork's got some studs and some other people, but that guy's a real deal now.
Now, you were up 31-21, and you mentioned that you had the ball moving down towards the end zone. You could have kicked the field goal, but you wanted to run the clock.
Yeah, we were trying. We really wanted to score, and we got down there, and we came up a yard short, I think. And but we ran the clock down to under a minute, and we were up by 10, so we felt good with it. We knew we were safe with the game, and they kind of, they went the length of the field, made some big passes, and like I said, they scored a touchdown probably after time had ran out. So that kind of cut it to a 4-point game.
But the fact that the defense basically shuts them out of the end zone except for that very last play as time expired. The offense having a good game. As you mentioned, the defense holding them to 50 yards or less in the second half and winning on the road at Myrtle Beach, where they had not lost since 2015. A 31-27 hard-fought win. Even though there were issues and challenges, whether it was officials or whatever, you had to feel good about walking away with the W from that.
I did. They got a really good program. They do a great job. The coach staff does good. They got good players, good kids. It was good for us to go up there. It was a tough environment. They're a good team, and they gave us all we could handle. Now, believe me, they did. And the crowd, they were good. They were loud, they were good, and we need to be in that environment. All that, it was all good. And traveling that far, that's the first time we've really been on the road. Had to eat out instead of going over here to church and eat. So, and we got into traffic on Friday. You'd think I'd learned by now. I left at 5.5 hours for the game, and was still running late. So, next trip we take, I may just leave in the morning. I'm thinking about it. So, but I should know how it is on Friday by now. But I was satisfied with how they did. And we kind of broke the season up. And we had our out of region games, and I called them our tests. To test what we're made of, where we're at. I honestly didn't really think we would probably be 4 or 5-0 right now.
I was going to say, because with Carolina Forest, right, Dorman, and at Myrtle Beach, that's tough early season testing right there.
And Wando, they always play hard, and we still got one left, Goose Creek, here in a couple weeks. But we start our region play now, and that's our second part of our season, and I explained to them today, how the playoffs go, and this is also a rival. This is one of the Dorchester District 2 schools. It'll be a big thing for Ashley Ridge. They're going to give us their best shot, and I told our guys, that's what we got to do. This is our biggest game right now is Ashley Ridge. We got to play better this week than we've played every single game. We got to get better and better and better. So that's what we're planning on doing. We're going, we'll hopefully have our whole team. We didn't have all our guys again Friday. Some of it was discipline, but hopefully, that's part of the deal. You got to have some discipline. So we had some really good players we didn't take with us up to Myrtle Beach. So hopefully we'll be at full strength this week. I hope. Hopefully nothing goes wrong and no contact tracing, and everything will work out for us, and we can we've got a home game. Hopefully we have, our fan support hadn't been as good as I would like, so hopefully, I think it's homecoming. So hopefully everybody will come out. Homecoming's always a great thing, and our student section, Ashley Ridge, they brag about their student section. Well, I'm gonna tell you, ours is gonna blow them away this week. So we're excited.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a really big win on the road, and the Patriots remain undefeated, handing Myrtle Beach a loss at home for the first time since 2015, and now region play starts. Ashley Ridge, the Swamp Foxes, come to Patriot Field at Bagwell Stadium Friday night, October the 1st. Get out and support your Patriots. So much more to come with this season, and we look forward to having you get out and make some noise for your boys with your Fort Dorchester Patriots. Thank you for watching this edition of the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show.